I am ready.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Leah and Ryan from the Pioneer Invitational One Loft Race here with your training flight number 37, 22 miles or 35 kilometers at the Rock. I'm going to make sure we're on Facebook and YouTube. Over to you, Ryan.
Yeah, we're at the Rock today. Gonna be a fun one. Pretty pretty good weather today. Nice and hot, sticky hot, gooey. You name it, it is. It is what it is. 40 and change up the road here today. 22 miles. Gonna be a tough one. They will be thirsty when they come today. I promise you that. We uh, we gave Richard exquisite directions to wait for us before he let the birds out. And Love Manager Richard needs to get his hearing checked, or he's riding with too many dumb people. Because I'm telling you, he let him out at 3:40. So we've got the video of the birds. I haven't seen the video of the birds going out, and
No, I
hopefully
don't.
that will look.
I don't have the video of the birds, so you have to imagine it in your mind because he didn't send me the video.
Fuck, is he dumb, man? Sorry, guys. I'm allowed to say that. Yes, he is working with us, and if you are an employee here, you trip down and fall, I'm gonna have to call you out. But boy, oh boy, frustration is when you try and go forward and one of your parts is a little rusty.
Hello,
Imagine
Rita.
it though.
Nice to see you on the line. Mark Bombach is on. I'm going to check to make sure we're on YouTube. Training flight number 37, 35 kilometers, 22 miles. Birds were released at 2:40 from the training flight. Checking to make sure we're on YouTube.
YouTubers, hi, how's it going? And Facebookers, how's it going? Ricky's birds were out at 2:20 or 3:25, so Ricky's bird should be here before ours. So we'll wait and see how his do. Lots of fun here at the village. I'll turn it so we can see his loft. There you go. We're not going to run the Cleveland today. It's just hot, and I don't want the battery pack when the birds come. Blah 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 blah. We're going to run inside the loft camera today, and the landing board camera.
Hello to Tracy. Mark Bombach. Rita says 3:40. Mike Sheridan, nice to see you on. Birds were released at 3:40. Again, it is 4:03 now, so we're at what are we? 23 minutes now on the wing. Yesterday, I'm not sure. How long did it take them yesterday?
37. 37 for yesterday. The wind looks to be out of the south today, so a headwind.
I have to look. I'm not sure. I'm still trying to check to make sure we're on YouTube. I
Yeah,
have internet problems, so sorry.
that's okay. Someone else is watching the show. Just let me know what you think the wind is. No big rush. That's why you guys are all on here. Don't matter if the wind's southwest, east, or north. It's the same shit. Just come home through it. That's it, really. It's not like we're going to the moon and back. Not like we're going to the moon and back. Except this is like going to the moon. Man, she's warm. Ooh. Yeah, it's south winds. You can see the little flag here blowing. Lots of fun here at the village. Hoping everything is on and
The wind
working,
right
which it
now
is.
is out of the southwest at 12 kilometers an hour. Temperature is 22 degrees. It feels a hell of a lot hotter than 22 degrees windy. I think windy is not, needs to recalculate. Let me just see here, because I don't think
Wendy
that's
doesn't,
correct.
according to the world, Wendy never makes a mistake, Leah.
There we go. That's better. No, it's still showing 18. Why is it showing 18 degrees? I guess we can't rely on windy today. Am I on the right day? Oh, it says Tuesday. What's today? Wednesday?
Yeah.
We're struggling here. Wednesday, what time is it? 4? Ooh, let's try that. Does that work? Wind out of the southeast. Does that seem accurate? Wind out of the southeast, 8 kilometers an hour. What's the temperature? Oh, my temperature's not working. Anyway, not that windy. I'm not sure what's going on. Like everything else, nothing works.
I like to say, Leah, it's just a big old pile of shit. That's okay. I don't think if we told the birds how warm it is, they'd know much different, anyways.
Yeah, I put it back to Wednesday, Mike. I don't know. It's not reading the accurate temperature. You know what? Weather Network's never let me down. Let's go on Weather Network. Getting into Weather Network might be a whole nother issue altogether. I feel like I'm back on dial-up. Remember dial-up internet?
Oh, you got to understand, Leah, all the teenagers and all the tweens and the infinials and millennials, they're all on. They're surfing the net, man.
I blame TikTok.
Twitters and TwitTwalks, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Can't even find the weather forecast in Stouffville. Wow, this is fun. Okay, let's see if we can.
Have to just breathe our way through this one, Leah. Just breathe our way through.
Getting a bunch of warnings, but no temperature. As we wait. Yeah, Tracy, it's too hot for fancy pants today. Troy, nice to see you on. As we wait, birds were released at 3:40 by loft manager Richard. He decided to take it on his own hands and just let them go whenever it is that he felt like letting them out. So 3:40, the birds were released. 4:08 now on the clock.
Yeah, we're gonna make him a sheet that every time he reads it, every sentence he has to read. Don't think, just read. Don't think, just read. Don't think, just read. And then the last thing I'll say is the final thing. Make sure your pants are on.
Troy says, "Enjoy the good weather while it's here." Right?
I'm ready for snow.
We're so Canadian. We like wine when it's freezing cold, and we whine when it's hotter than balls. We can't make our minds up. How about a nice like in between? I like in between. Let me check my phone, Weather Network. I might not be able to show it to you, but I will read it to you. How about
Go
that?
ahead, Leah. You do that. Fire that in.
All right, let's see. So right now at the village, it is 29 degrees with the humidity. Feels like 36. It's a hot one, folks. Need that deodorant today. The wind is out of the southwest at 15 kilometers an hour. Anything else you want to know? Visibility is 19 kilometers. Anything else?
No, I'm pretty good on all that, Leah. I'm feeling pretty safe. Pretty safe. What time is sunset?
Sunset is 8:28.
Okay. All right. So they got to. You think they have enough time to make it before nightfall, or you think that'll be a complaint?
It's anybody's guess. Pickbird pot right now, $2,040 in this weekend's Pickbird pot. You guys know what to do. Pick it to win it at fipa.ca. Where are we going this weekend? Dunchurch.
That's where we're going. We're going to the real Dunchurch. Yeah. You know, like the song "Real Slim Shady, Please Stand Up." Well, the real. Oh, here are Ricky's birds. Here are Ricky's birds. Oh my fucking God! Ricky's birds are here. Oh my God! Oh my God!
We're a little bit concerned about your armpit. How's the armpit situation doing?
Well, you
Mike
know what?
wants
I
to
can
know.
show you. She's all right.
Well, maybe you should
Ricky's
show
birds
us.
made it.
Maybe we can analyze. Those are Loft Manager Richard's birds.
Hold on.
Released at what?
We got pioneer birds too.
Who's that? Mucho?
I got all my pioneer. I got a big chunk of pioneers here. Ah, good.
Oh, we don't know what Loft Manager Richard did.
Well, I know one thing. I guess we beat him today. I don't know. Very interesting.
Does that make
Well,
sense
there
to
was only
you? If they were released at
there was only
3:40 and it's now 4:11, that's what,
mine did in 30 minutes.
31 minutes? Well, maybe.
There's more birds, more birds. Ricky's birds are slow today. Karen's on the roof. Leah, you shouldn't be complaining.
I'm not
I
complaining.
don't know. I would have figured that the Ricky. Oh, here's more and more. Here's more and more. Ricky's were a bit slow.
I just wasn't prepared, that's all.
Well, you know what? It blame Windy. I can do it again. You want to go back to the rock? We'll do it again. You guys want to do it again? You're pretty quick today.
No thanks, once was enough.
That was good. He trained his birds to stick back and wait. I like that. I told him, don't let them out 10 minutes apart. Oh, don't listen. That's the first time I was surprised.
That was fast. Wow.
Yeah. Fast in that heat. I think they're getting dialed in again. Are we getting redialed? I know you guys are a little hungry today.
Ken, did I miss the site today? No, Ken, you didn't. I just haven't had time to put it up because we came on at the last minute and I didn't expect the birds to clock this quickly. So I will put the link up. Sorry about that.
Come on, kids. Come in for a quick sec. We're going to have some food. Come on.
Ryan Ward, they are not in any hurry to get in, are they? I don't know. I thought they trapped fairly well, considering.
Well, it's about 35 degrees out here, so like in the high 90s. They did it pretty damn quick. I got cockbirds cooing on the roof, which if I want them to come in quicker, I'd get them to come in quicker. You're puffing pretty hard, I know. Your brains are scrambled. Let's go. Get in, please. Come on. Oh, we let Ricky up. We beat him today by 10 minutes. Come on in. Come on, go.
Bill Robertson, hello. Nice to see you on. Clocking link has been pinned to the comments over on Facebook. 35 now in the clock.
36, 37. We took what? 41, 40, 40, 41, 40, 41, 41. A couple on the roof. Looking good. Now, what are we at? 37, 38.
Welcome,
38.
Mandy.
37 minus. We're down 4. That don't surprise me.
Ryan Ward, you guys are doing an awesome job with the race here. I've really enjoyed watching. Thanks. We enjoy your support. The pigeons appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yep. Okay. You guys having your fruit punch here and what? Let's go. Want some feed? We're going to get the light feed to them first now. We're going to hit them with the sneaky mix.
$37 now, Ryan.
All right. All right, I'm going to pull the water out over there on the other side. I'm going to start feeding.
Mandy, guess who thinks it is still way early to come home? Did Phoenix go today, Ryan?
No.
Phoenix didn't go today, Mandy.
Who are we missing? Did first show up?
Let's look.
No. Yep. No. No. Yep. No. 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 I don't think so.
I gotta go to the listing of the results. Hold on. No, he's not back yet.
Oh, unbelievable. Couple steps forward, couple steps back.
Well,
that's my season this year.
In a nutshell.
Yeah, in a nutshell. You'll do Dunchurch, you'll do Huntsville and Schmog and Fog and all the other good stuff. There we go. I'm in the loft now, so. That's what the birds got to look at when they're coming in.
Actually, let me do this. So you guys can have a look at them. Mandy says, Nick and I missed the very beginning of the basketing and thought we missed her. No, Phoenix didn't go
No,
today.
there she is.
Right there.
There she is, right there.
There you see Mandy and Nick. There is Phoenix.
Oh, old Yeller came back today, so my Yeller beat Rickard's Yeller.
Oh, good job.
Yeah, he set a record. That's his fastest from. He's never been to 25 miles, and it only took him about 3 or 4 days.
Good
Onwards
job,
and
Yeller.
upwards.
Woohoo! Onwards and upwards, Yeller. A round of applause for Yeller.
There's Kokomo. There he is.
Henry, here's your Kokomo. Thinking about it.
Putting that up. There you go. You can see when you put all that little feed down, they just hate the small canola or whatever they call that, little seed.
Poppy?
Yeah, it looks like poppy seeds. I'm sure if I was to eat this shit, it'd get all stuck in my teeth.
Where's Mike Vanderyak? I'm sure he knows what it is.
Yeah, I think one time I called it poppy seeds, and I think he told me it was canola seeds. Mike is like Mike
He's
is a
like Google.
wizard.
He's like Google.
We're down 3 now.
38 in the clock.
Today's a big feeding today. Today we gotta start to stoke the fire again.
So what does that mean for us new people who don't know what you're talking about?
Well, yesterday when they came home from that fly, they literally had almost no feed again. Just really light with the feed, light. And Ricky's feeding heavier. So I could see today when these birds went up, they beat him by 10 minutes. They just put the hammer down, caught up, and passed them. So now these birds, I got to get them built for Saturday's race. But I don't. It's going to be tailwinds, so that means I don't want a lot of weight, but I need them to have enough power. So today's feed and tomorrow's feed are going to be super heavy, and Friday they're going to get no feed at all again.
Are we missing Karen, or is she there? I didn't
She's right
look.
there. There she is. Yeah, she's there.
There's my little bitch. Way to go,
She's
Karen.
parenting.
Ross Vaccaro is on the line. Nice to see you on, Ross. We've just completed training flight number 37 of the season. 35 kilometers or 22 miles. Did it in about, how many minutes? Let's see.
31.
31-ish?
Yeah. They're right on the money today. Again, though, straight out of the west again.
First bird to clock was at 4:10.
Huh,
They were
30
released at
minutes.
30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes, right on the nose. Harry
South
Paul,
winds.
brace face.
Wow.
Go
Isn't
figure.
that something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Life is a mystery.
Everyone must stand alone. Hey, look it. We almost have done more trainings than we have pigeons left. Oh, wait a minute. Come on. Come on, Gary. Come on. Come on. If you're not first, you're last. Come on first. Let's go.
Rita, Tony, there he is.
He's looking for the other one. He's looking for Sleeping Beauty. He'll come. You got to wake up here. Well, he stayed out last night and he went on the trainer today. I figured, you know what? Well, ask him how he was feeling. So he's feeling okay.
He's contemplating. It's like, do I wanna? I'm not really sure. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. That's the old middle finger to you, Ryan.
Oh yeah, I know. We like I said, we almost got more. We've almost done more trainers than we got pigeons left.
Yeah, we're getting there. I'm pretty sure by, well, what's tomorrow? Thursday? Tomorrow we'll be on training
Yeah.
flight number 38. By next week, we'll have more training done than we have pigeons left. Not 100% sure what that says about us or the pigeons that we took in, but I imagine it deserves an award somewhere.
I'm gonna make myself an award. Look at that hen. Look at there's Phaser. Look at her. Look at her strutting the blue pied hen. I told you, watch out this weekend.
That's Pfizer right there putting on a show.
Come on. There you go. Thanks. Did you have to? Are you feeling a little warm? I know. I'm sure you're a bit warm.
That was first, by the way, that just clocked, in case you guys were wondering who that was. 39 now on the clock.
Yeah, we're
Dave Otto,
lucky. Oh yeah, we're lucky at this point.
Dave Ottaway, even Betty made it okay. There is hope for her yet. We don't give up on any of them, Dave.
No, my win will be if I can get Old Yeller to come home from 25 miles on the day. That'll be my win.
We only give up on them when they give up on themselves. So they've shown us they come home, they eat, they go. We can only go with them as far as they will let us go. Remember that.
Yeah. I really enjoy the sneaky mix, I will say.
You know, and I keep saying to everybody, if you still have birds left in this, well, however many we have, 40 or 50, however many are left, be proud. Put that on your pedigree. You know, it survived Pioneer Boot Camp, made it to race number 2. That's a big deal. These birds have been through a lot, as you guys have watched and witnessed. Don't feel down. Feel proud that you have them here, that they're here. They're working for you. They're trying their best. Frank Eichhorn, did Sleeping Beauty wake up yet or still lights out? Is Sleeping Beauty back or no? I feel like she's not back from yesterday.
Nope, she's still sleeping.
Frank, she's not back yet. Klaus, how are Sparkles and Bella doing?
Not not here.
Not here. Klaus,
Not here. They didn't come back from the race.
haven't made it back?
Nope. Nope. The issue you get when birds stay out is, as we say, sometimes they either find the bad habit, and once they get the bad habit, like old Yeller, he's got the bad habit. He's going to come home. He'll probably come home from 100 miles, but he won't. He's not gonna race.
You know, they can't all do it. I'm sure you see that in your own lofts. They're not all cut out to do this. This is tough. It's tough. You know, and Ryan works them to prepare them so they're ready to go to race 1, 2, we're all the way up to 9. This is not your regular one loft race, folks. This is not a lottery ticket. We're trying to train these birds to be athletes, to compete against the others in the combine, to be up there at the top. This is not the same thing as what the other one lofts are doing. It's not. You see it just like you said this earlier on in the week, that one other one loft race that's in Southern Ontario. No training or very, very little training and sent them to 160 miles on a, 30 degree day. What do shameful. On behalf of the pigeons, I'm speaking, not my own opinion. The pigeons are speaking. That's shameful. Those pigeons did not deserve that. David, only the strong survive. Yes, you're right. Only the strong survive. But if you don't give them the tools to even attempt to survive, do you think that's fair to these pigeons to do that? Because I personally do not think so. That's just my opinion. What do I know?
Guys are ready for some hemp seed now, I think. You guys have eaten all the candy mix. That's good. You guys almost done the candy mix? Oops. All right, let's go get you some hemp seed now, shall we? Oh, fuck. Oh. Yeah, don't let it suck up in the thing. Pour it into the jar. I'm just grabbing the hemp. Pour that into that and get another jar. And just grabbing my hemp seed.
Tony, hello on YouTube. John from Hawaii, aloha. Hugh, just to let you know, there is a mouse running around the loft. Came out from under the crate where your drinker sits.
Good.
The
Yep.
drinker can cause salmonella in your birds. I'm not
Yeah.
being vindictive. Just want you to know I love what you guys are doing. I'm a pigeon racer from Scotland. You can check your video at 8 minutes 58 seconds. Thank you very much, Hugh. I can't pronounce your last name. Mice are an issue. They live in the wild. Yep, we get that.
Healthy mice, healthy pigeons. Hey guys, you're all right. Oh,
Isn't it a great
you,
thing that we're providing the opportunity for people to come in and watch into your loft, into the Pioneer Village, and spot things like a mouse running out of a crate? That's fantastic. I love it. That is exactly what I've aspired to for this platform to be. So you guys can watch and see everything, all the good, the positives, all the negatives, what Ryan's doing wrong, what Ryan's doing right. That's perfect. Awesome. That means it's working.
that's why
Where's
we
the
do this. Yeah,
where's the
I got
where's
the
the
little guy. He'll come out.
where's the felines when we need them?
Believe it or not, I'm actually shocked that we have any even here. Every morning, literally, there's mice in the garage dead. Like she brings them up, brings them up. He won't have much longer to go. But you never know. You know what they say, if you want to have healthy birds, you got to have healthy mice.
If anybody wants to check the mouse situation, you can check the video on the rebroadcast at 8 minutes and 58 seconds. That's when Stuart the
The mouse.
mouse comes out.
He look, he looks super healthy too. I see him earlier there.
No, you have to laugh because at this
I know.
point, what are you gonna
So
do?
we got better mice than pigeons. I don't know. He's well fed. If he's beating the cat, he deserves to live here. That's the match that I want here. We got 10 cats.
And we're not lying when we say
10.
there's 10 cats. Tony saw it too. I didn't
Yeah.
see the mouse. I'm glad I didn't see the mouse because I probably would have lost my mind. So,
Oh yeah, you don't like mice.
oh God. Oh God.
We're gonna call him Stuart. That's a good name for Stuart.
Maybe he's our new mascot for the rest of the
Yeah.
season. No, I get it. I thank you.
I know.
I'm just
We're not.
talking in jest. I'm not insulting you. Thank you for picking that out and watching. We missed it. Ryan missed it. Yes, there are mice. We live in the middle
No,
of we don't. The loft is in the middle of like pretty much a bush, so it happens. How do you keep mice out of your loft? Like how does that happen?
Oh, they find their way in. They eat through anything.
Like I get mice in my house. Like when it comes fall time, when the weather starts to change, it starts to get cooler. I find the odd mouse, and I have security cameras, Hugh. Security cameras, and they still get in. So
Ah,
we're just having a little fun on a stressful Wednesday. Mandy says, "Be thankful it wasn't a big rat." Oh my God! If it was a rat, oh, I've never seen a rat in person ever. I would, I
sure
don't
you do.
even, I've
Sure you do.
never, I've never seen a rat. Okay, maybe at the
No?
zoo or like, no, I've never in person. Oh,
Well,
I,
there's not a mouse. That's like more of a deer mouse.
if I saw a rat in my house, I would burn my house down. I'd just be like, that's it, it's over, let's start from scratch. I'd lose my mind. Oh,
Oh, they're eating the hemp like a good thing. Come on, guys, you gotta hurry up. Stuart's coming. Here he comes. There he is. There he goes. He'll come. He's
come
gonna
on,
come right
Stuart.
from over there.
Come on, Stewie.
Hold on. Let's give him a little grain over there.
Mandy says we had to rid of a few in the chickens before the pigeons. Rats? Oh God, I'm so afraid of them. Do you remember that time that Dad took you to the sales barn and got you some like what were those gerbils? What were
Guinea
those
pigs.
creatures? Guinea pigs. Okay, like I'm thinking guinea pigs, they should probably look like little chipmunks. Oh God, no. These things were like huge and they had these big tails. My mother and I were like, get those things out of here.
The guinea pig doesn't have a big tail. It has a little stump for a tail.
No, there was some kind of something you guys brought home from the sales
Oh, a
barn that
ferret.
had,
A ferret.
no, the ferret, Ernie, he just smelled like elephant pee.
Yeah.
Gross.
Leave him warm. Ricky's doing the swish. It's like
Sherry
you're,
says, better a mouse than a snake. Oh, that's another thing I would lose my mind
yeah.
at. I know in the southern states that they've got real issues with snakes getting into the loft and killing babies and eating eggs. And I've seen all kinds of horror stories. I'm just like, I don't even want to look. If you're from Texas, I can't even follow your feed because guaranteed, at least once a year, I'm going to see something on your feed about a snake getting in and killing babies. And I can't.
I've never overly. Oh, there goes little Stuart. He's in that bottom. Here he comes. He's coming.
No, is he? Let's see. Guys,
Yeah,
Hugh, Tony, watch. Where is he?
here he comes. He's
Come
under
on,
the little
Stewie.
ramp. Watch this.
Do you see
Come
him?
on,
Do
Stewie.
you see him?
Yeah. Maybe we should call him Cool Whip.
No, Stewie.
You know what we'll do? We'll jazz him up and throw him a handful right over there. Oh, there he is. Yeah, see the pigeon back away? Easy. I got to give him some hemp seed. Oh, there he is. There he is. There he comes.
Where
There
is
he
he?
comes. Look. There he
Stewart.
is.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, there he is. There he is. There he
Oh,
goes.
look at him. Little bastard.
There's
Excuse
two
my
Stewarts.
language.
Stuart and Cool Whip.
We have two.
Stuart and
Tony
Cool.
and Hugh,
Oh.
we have two. Stewart and
Stuart
Cool
and
Whip.
Cool. Come on, kids, keep eating there. If you're not, I'm going to start feeding the mice. I know one thing. There. Here he is. Look there.
Look,
There
there
he
he
is.
is. Oh my God. I'm watching it on video and I'm like, oh my God. I'd lose
There you
my
go.
mind if I was
He's got
there.
beautiful, very cone-shaped
Oh,
ears. I like
look,
that.
he's picking on who is that? He's picking on whoever that is going in his
Oh,
box.
oh, I know. That's Benny Boy.
Mandy, Stewart likes Benny. How do you keep mice out of your loft? How does that happen? I can't keep
They
them
get
out of my
in.
house. So if Tony and
Yo.
Hugh can give me some tips on how to keep mice out,
There he is. There's one right there. There he comes along the wall. There he is.
like Ken said, if you see two, you got 20. Uh-oh. We better call the
Well,
exterminator, Ryan.
I got about 100, I would bet. You know what? When you feed the birds, right? They get used to the call.
But what do you call them? The dancing mice.
That's what I do. I don't. You know what? I look at the mice. I can take it. I would, if I had to, I'd eat that mouse. The cats are eating them, and they're fine.
I would not eat a mouse.
I don't worry about the mice that much, really. I don't. I don't want hundreds of mice, but sometimes you can't help it. If you have your chutes open, you got feed in, they come in, they crawl through your chutes, and they're in. That's it.
Well,
They're in, and then
that's the question though,
there. If
because
that's open all day, right? Open into the night, they come through. All they need is to find a few pieces of grain, and now they're camping. They're squatters.
Mandy says if you have any kinds of birds, you have mice. And my question is because Hugh is concerned about the mice drinking from the water and then putting salmonella onto the birds that drink from the same water. Yeah, that is a problem and a concern. Our birds literally will drink out of the gutter. I mean, they go out. You can't control where they're going to drink from. I imagine
Oh,
mice drink from the gutter or puddles or, how do
oh
you
yeah.
stop that? I don't really think you
You
can.
can. If you're scared of everything, you're going to get everything. It's like, come on. I would take any time I pull the bird's water out of here, I'll drink from it. I don't worry. I'm not going to worry if I get salmonella or I don't.
Maybe that's why you have that issue with your armpit.
Yeah, I could. It could be a mouse problem.
I'm
But meanwhile,
kidding.
the brand new loft we have here, the brand new loft we have right beside here. There's nothing living in it. There's no mice. No mice in it.
Crazy. Yeah, we
Then I
definitely we definitely will not be putting poison down. I mean, we just you couldn't. There's no. It's like trying to get rid of a hot. Like we live. The Pioneer Village is in a back. It backs onto a huge field in pretty much the bush. So I don't think there's any amount of poison you'd be able to put down to eliminate mice when you live backing onto a field. Plus, we have, there's cats there, there's family dogs that are there. We're not putting out poison for mice.
Oh, here's another one. Dorothy, you made it, Dorothy. Better late than never. We still got feed for you. Dorothy.
Dorothy, welcome home, Dorothy. Rita says,
She's look.
I read somewhere that mice salmonella is different strain than that affects pigeons, but what do I know? Yeah, I don't really know. Oh boy, somebody, man down.
Camera down. Camera. All right, we're gonna really jazz the mice up now.
Oh, Stuart and Cool Whip,
Hold
dinner
on.
time.
Come on, Dorothy. Come on. Yeah. Come on.
Come on, Dorothy.
Breathe it in. There you go.
That a girl.
Imagine if I would have spent time with them, they'd come through quicker.
Well, they sure know
Boy,
when
they
you throw that
look at that.
reindeer corn.
They've eaten two of those already. You see what I say? But I mean, back them off. What? Pour it out and let it fill up again. Pour it out.
Sorry, guys. If you need to yell, I can put the mute on. It's fine. The camera's
Oh.
working good now, and I'm happy that we're able to see the birds up close here. Give everybody a nice look at their participants or their pick birds. Or maybe you'll spot one in the crowd that you think looks nice and might want to pick for this weekend.
Oh, I had someone ask me if I pick birds, so I'm gonna make my pick right now. All right.
Before you do that, Henry has a good question. Henry says, "Hey Ryan, will you be doing a trainer from Bracebridge this week?" That's a good question, Ryan.
Tomorrow's Thursday. I don't know if I want a zinger.
Yeah,
I don't think I need a zinger.
I'm voting no.
I'm gonna go with no this week. I'm gonna go back to the Rock again tomorrow.
We're going back to the Rock tomorrow, so no Bracebridge this week, Henry. Peter Brace says hi from Spain. Spain, Peter, please have a fruity cocktail or 12 for me. Thanks.
It's called
John
sangria, Leah.
Sangria. I like a good sangria. John says that many mice in your loft can carry disease. Well, we've seen two. I'm not sure about that many. Have you seen? I only saw one to tell you the truth. But that many mice in your loft can carry disease. A one loft race should be getting rid of them. You shouldn't be joking about it. Well, thank you very much, John, for that advice. And I'm going to put that in my book. And we're
Hey,
going to do our
listen.
best to eliminate the mice because we're apparently
Listen,
a bad one
I
loft
can't,
race if we have
I can't.
mice.
Okay, I can't.
Wow.
Listen, if you're in races, one-off races, and you don't think they have mice, I think, well, actually, you know what? I think they should do the videos for you. By the way, are you sick as a dog? You look sick. You look like you look like it.
Do
What's
you know
wrong
what
with
I
you?
think? I think, John,
Nah.
I think what you should do is ask the rest of the one loft races to show you the footage every day in, day out, 2, 3 times a day for you to see the mice in the loft. And when you see that and when they give you that, then you come back to me and you tell me about my mice problem. Sorry.
Well, the way I really look at it is, if you have your chutes open for late coming birds, now I can eliminate mice, but I'm going to eliminate birds at the same time. The birds have 15 minutes to come home and I shut the chutes. You don't come home, you sit out on the roof, the hawk hits you, or I knock you off because you weren't fast enough. That's how we're going to eliminate the mice problem. That's how the mice get in. They come right through the chute right here. That's it. And you got to leave the mice open because Dorothy took her sweet ass time to come home.
When another
But
one
that's not
loft
really
race allows you to see as much as we show you, then you come and talk to me about mice.
All right, and the one loft races that have the wire floors and all the shit goes underneath and all the spillage of feed goes underneath. Do you know what's underneath all that spillage of feed? Mice.
Instead
Mice.
of worrying about my mice, maybe you need to worry about the guy
Okay.
this past week that put the birds up at 160 miles at 30-degree heat when he only trained them how many times and to what distance. That's what you should be worried about, not about a mouse at the Pioneer.
I think the
I'm
mice are
I'm
good.
I'm a little fired up now. I'm a little fired up
Well,
because
it's okay. It's okay.
when I show everything and you want to
Well,
nitpick and pick apart and nitpick, I got a problem with that.
you know, I was at a top guy's place, right? And he had mice in his loft, and he said, "If I have healthy mice, I have healthy pigeons." That's what he said to me. I didn't have his record. I wasn't never close to his record.
Loft manager Richard has had mice in his loft for 40 years, ever since I've been on this earth.
Yeah.
Anybody want to come and handle Loft Manager Richard's birds? They're going to tell you they're the healthiest birds going. So don't
It
tell me
happens.
about mice.
You guys packed that in good. You guys eat 3 cans today. So tomorrow, you're going to be all right. We're going to take you for an afternoon toss. You're going to get this out of your system again.
You run a one loft race, John? Let me know.
No. I've seen mice in hotel rooms.
They're everywhere.
They're like an international critter.
In New York City, there's more rats or mice than there are people. So
Hey,
don't
look at
talk
that.
to me about mice.
I'm trying to get Stuart to come and take it from my finger, but come on.
Mandy wants to know, will Phoenix go tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll send Phoenix tomorrow, and if it comes okay, then we'll try her back. It's funny, Phoenix, there she is up there cooing, like a good thing. She'll go tomorrow. She's saying she wants to go tomorrow. She's going to go tomorrow.
Phoenix will go tomorrow. John, I'm glad you stayed on and you're willing to come back and answer back to me because most of the time when I speak up, the men, they run away and hide. So good job. John,
No.
you missed the point. Don't make it sound like there is no problem. Some there said there may be 100, so don't take it lightly. Can we, after we're finished feeding, can you take the camera and show the back of the loft and show the acreage of field and trees and wildlife that live back there? And then John maybe has a plan because we're all about solutions here. We're not about problems or pointing fingers. We're about finding solutions. So maybe John has a solution to how we fix this problem, the mice problem of where the loft is situated. How do I fix it? John, I live in a subdivision with houses around me. I don't live in a field. And like
There
I
you go.
said,
Look.
in the wintertime when the temperature's cool, I find mice in
There
my
you go.
house. So you
There you
tell
go.
me
Look,
how we
we're in the
fix the
bush.
mice problem. Let me
You
know.
can't fix any of this. It's just, it is what it is. You're not fixing it. It's all bush. Bush, bush, bush. Bush. And you know what comes in this bush? The hawks. It all works together. It's called the circle of life.
Phil says, watch the Black Gold Race videos. I'm not in that one, but he built it about 6 to 8 feet off the ground on steel posts. No idea on mice problem, though.
Who's that?
Either keep snakes or chickens under the
Oh.
loft to prevent mice.
No, 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 no. Whoa, 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 whoa. They built the loft 6 to 8 feet under the ground so the man don't have to clean the loft, because you can't clean 800 pigeons a day. When you feed them and you feed them in a trough, the spillage goes under the loft, so the chickens eat the spillage. Okay, but whatever the chickens don't eat, then the mice and the rats, they come and eat, and then the snakes come and eat them. So it's a big, what we call, it's a circle of life. That's the truth of it. I
If
can
you,
build it 6 to 8, 10 feet off the ground. You're still going to get mice. As long as you got stairs going up to your loft, you have mice. And you
yeah,
know what? If the feed is
exactly.
in the loft, the mice go where the feed is. The mice don't want to go where there's no feed. But you get a couple in, and that's what you get in. The chute's open. I got birds that are still out. Do you want me to shut the chute and tell them to sit out? I can do that.
Maybe
Am
John,
I worried about a mouse?
would you,
I
no.
don't fucking worry about a mouse. I have bigger fish to fry than a mouse. And if those birds can't live with mice, you started with mice, you finish with mice. That's it. Mice is not the problem. That is not the problem. It's just not a problem. I'm not, you can argue everything. You can pick it apart. The floor, is it spickily, spannily cleaned with a vacuum? No. Well, it's a dirty floor. It's a dirty floor. Huh, come on.
At least everybody's giving.
Take me in the black gold race and take me under the loft. That's what I want to see. Right? Where all the crop goes through and the ammonia comes up from the crop. There you go. What's the difference?
Well, what does that cause?
I show you the goddamn pigeon drinking. Come on, pup.
In the stifling heat of Texas, what does 800 birds crapping 500 times a day onto the ground with the moisture and the dampness and the heat and the humidity, what do you think those birds are breathing in? So it's, one way or another. We got 2 mice, whatever.
You can go look at the $1 million races and all the big races you see. What do they really ever show you? They don't show you anything. I'm not here to say I'm perfect. And if every loft says they don't have a mouse, they don't have a mouse. Okay. I'll come over and take care of them for a month. And guess what? And I'll do a show every day. And guess what? We'll find one day. We'll find little Stuart. Oh, look, there's Stuart. I always like to look, though, to make sure my mice look good. If I get the odd one in, I do. And if I get a nice one, I do. And you know what? In about 3 or 4 days from now, if I have the hallway open and the birds in the section, I have the doors open, the cats come in and rifle right through them. So.
John, the loft, the mice come in, figure out where they are coming from, and close it.
Okay. So no more birds now, Leah. For the rest of the day, watch. Hold on. There you go. If you have a bird in my race, we just played God there. Forget the mice. The birds cannot come in. I don't open it now anymore. We're gonna call that's the trap, and I'm having fun with this. This is the trap of John. So any birds that aren't home by the time Daddy's finished cooking the dinner here, they don't come in till the next day.
So no, but that's not the way to be because
hold on, look.
There you go.
You can't come in. Why?
John decided that bird there has to stay out because we have to close the chutes immediately in case we get mice. I mean, come on. Like Mandy says, if they say they have no mice, they are lying. If you have feed, you have mice. It's just the reality. It's the circle of life. It's Mother Nature. I mean, come on.
Here it is, and here's the best part about it. Somebody will say, well, what does Mandy know? Mandy's dad took care of a one-loft race with 1,000 birds or 1,400 birds for about 10 or 15 years. So that person there, Mandy, is talking. She's speaking. She knows. It's just, listen, have we seen 1,000 mice running here? No. It's okay. It's okay. I think the cockbirds are dancing. Look at, oh boy. There goes first tooth. It was a little late. Oh, I got to close the chute again. Hold on. Was there any mice behind you? No? Okay. All right. Close that up. There we go.
David says, I vote to let the birds in. Well, that's exactly right. I mean, I get it. And, again, John, I'm not picking on you. John, I appreciate your watching. I am your friend. We're just having a little conversation, a little friendly debate. I
That's
just,
it.
the positive part is that John was able to tune into our program and watch our birds, and he was able to see that a little mouse came in. And the positive thing of this whole situation, John, is that we provide you the opportunity to see that. And you can make the judgment on whether or not the Pioneer Loft is a mouse infested loft and whether or not you want to send birds to this loft. That's up to you. But we give you the opportunity to make an informed decision based on what we show you 2, 3, sometimes 4 times a day. That's all.
Yeah. That's the difference. And again, guys, as I say, when you send birds here, you will get the shit trained out of them. You will get that. That's for sure. You will get open loft with them. You will get that for sure. And you will get them to go into the eave trough and have a drink. That'll be up for sure. And you will more than likely have the odd mouse perched beside them. These are all things that I can guarantee will probably happen. That's a guarantee. That's a for sure fact. And at the end of 9 races, you will have one pigeon that's a piece of steel. I can't say that for any other race. I can't say it at all. Because that's why I don't enter any of the other races. I watched birds on a guy's one loft in Southern Ontario loft fly the other day. He put a video up. I couldn't believe he put the video up. The birds don't even loft fly in a group. They're what we call all scattered to shit. The other one, before a 160-mile race, he trained them 225 miles in total before the first trainer. These birds got over 800 miles on them. I do know one thing. You're lucky that I was here for you, or you'd have been sitting out all night.
And why is that? Because we care. Because we care about every single pigeon that's in this loft, whether he makes it or he doesn't make it. And as I said, and I keep saying, if you've made it this far, put that on your pedigree because this is no easy feat.
Hey, look,
This is,
there's your 2 little guys.
and there they are.
See?
How are they feeling about Stuart and Cool Whip?
Oh, they're looking pretty good. Those droppers raised them right on the floor. Right on the floor with no nest. Look. There he is.
Is that the mama?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you see? There's mother and father. There they are. Coming and feeding.
Oh, look at that. Does that not make you feel better about this whole situation? John, let me see some hearts and some thumbs up because this right here is what it's all about. Is that the dad?
Oh, yeah, it's both of them, yeah.
Look
Mother
at
and father
that.
pumping away. Pumping away. Pumpity, pump, pump, pump.
And
And you
no,
got to think about
these
it.
are not racing pigeons. No, they're not. These are our droppers, and we've allowed them to lay eggs and have little babies in the loft because they're part of our little village. And I think it's a beautiful thing. Look at that.
And these guys here, the droppers are even on the same feeding as them. So these babies aren't as big as they normally are. They're when the race birds go down on the pure, then these get the same. They get it the same way. I don't even really give them extra.
We'll have to name those two. But you know what? Every time we give them names, that's a big
Well,
kiss of
that's why
death.
I never showed them. We can call one Stewart and one Cool Whip.
Look at that. Amazing.
Yeah, there you go. That's all right.
WW on YouTube says, I think you guys are doing a wonderful job and gives a bunch of hearts. Thank you very much. We're trying our best, mice and all.
Oh. Well, also we have fairies here, woodland fairies, and we got fireflies, and the mosquitoes get in.
Could you imagine
Nobody's ever said anything about that.
Ryan, could you imagine if John would have been here for the Shitapillar
Oh,
invasion?
infestations. Oh. Look here. I got shitapillar nests everywhere.
Look,
Shitacoons. Yeah, in
John,
the loft.
look,
Again,
look.
they got to come through the wires. Look, the shitapillar nests.
We make fun because we either make fun and laugh, or literally we curl up in a ball and crawl under the bed. We can't make everything perfect. We can't make it to what everybody ideal situation would be. We're just trying our best. And as far as we can see, the birds are healthy. They're happy. They're flying. They came home on race 1, which is great news to me. So that's all we can hope for at this point. So
And whoever we competed against on the weekend, we beat them. So
we
that
beat
was
them.
okay.
That's right. That's right. And they look pretty damn healthy and happy to me. Mice and all.
We'll see this week. Hey, you know what? At least we can make an excuse. If we don't win this week, we'll say it was the mice.
Well, yes, we will say it's the mice. And it could be. It could be.
Could be. Could be. Could be. Oh.
You are seeing them. Your participants, your competitors, your athletes. And also, for the other one loft races, doing a video where you just take a video and you're not live, that's not the same thing as doing this at all. Because Ryan can send me a video and I can edit it and splice it, or I can do whatever I need to do to make sure what I'm showing to the world is what I want them to see. Or I can just be raw and be real and go live. And we've gone live every day since we took the first bird in March. Unedited. You see the ups, the downs, the highs, the lows, the fallovers, the swearing, the yelling at each other, the whatever it is we do. This is live and this is raw and this is real. And that's what we wanted to bring to the world when we were going to do this one loft, is the reality of pigeon racing.
Hey, look, let me tell you something. Check that out. Look at how determined little Stuart is. Take a look. What do you see there?
Is that Stewie?
That's Stewie Marks.
That's Stewie Marks.
Stewie Marks, where he's not in, where they've been doing some, especially because I have the cord, right? Look. See? Finger in, little Stewie. Stewie's home. I found the hole.
Not to get off the mic, let's just keep talking about it. Today's the day of the mouse. Phil says, I have seen mice run sideways across the inside loft walls like running on flat ground. I have also seen a snake coiled up on top of the perch. What? Both of them can climb no matter what. Almost impossible to prevent. You guys are right, but I'm thinking of maybe some antifreeze in the pan in a wire box that the birds cannot reach. First thing they want after eating is a drink. Well,
what's the problem with the drinker? What happened? I missed that.
That's a suggestion. But how many mice do you think you're going to get rid of by doing that? I mean, is it you just
What's
constantly going to have antifreeze in a little thing underneath or close to the loft? Like, I just don't know. The loft is pretty much in the wild. Ask loft manager Richard. What does he say about mice?
We got listen. We've done. Hey, Ricky, how much antifreeze have you used to get rid of mice? And does it really work? What's the best thing you've used to get rid of mice? Cats. I got nailed on Facebook there because.
John, how do you feel about cats? How do you feel about cats, John?
Well, I'd like to say as long as your mice are healthy, you're okay.
See that? Richard says the same thing. As long as your mice are healthy, your pigeons are healthy.
Take a look. I got to get going because I'm busy, but I had guys say to me,
what is this? Holy shit.
Knock that over.
Okay. Let's keep the conversation going because we don't care about that. Thanks.
Foot of dry litter, and I have mice. And they were laughing at me. And they said, there's no way you can function.
With mice.
And dry litter. This much.
Dry litter, yeah.
They actually put me down at the club.
Yeah.
Put me down. That week we raced, I was an hour ahead of them.
Well, hey, you go to Tony Alvis? You go to Tony's, right? Yeah. We know him. Yeah. He's a pretty good flyer, right? Yeah. He's a guy you got to beat every week.
Yeah.
You know what? You could have barbecued mouse there every day of the week. Catching mice, you got them by the hundreds. The same thing as we are, and this is where we are. Look, we're in a wall of bush.
I hate to say it, but since we have the cats reduced, but when I go out there and feed, I whistle, I shake the can, the mice come.
You have more than I do.
Anybody, I know guys said I had my loft totally sealed. It was like a house, like real sealed off, drywall, the whole bit. Then the man said, I lost 35 birds last night. He couldn't believe it. Right.
So,
Hey,
does
people,
Dad
I
doesn't
guess
do
you're reading
anything to
those
prevent them,
books,
right?
but really,
No, he doesn't do anything. Richard doesn't do anything to prevent mice.
I'm going to say,
You don't. He just
really, the pigeon, I hate to say it, I hope you don't get offended, but it's a rat with wings. That's it. They're same family, that's it. It's got wings.
doesn't. Same family.
But
Yeah.
oh no. I know a guy here, he said, oh, I clean, I do this, clean. Guess what?
What?
Sorry, you're clean for yourself, not for the birds. As long as it's dry, keep it dry, and that's it. You want to control mice, you don't like to see mice, hey, guess what? I'm an animal lover. When I feed my birds and I see the odd mouse coming out for feed, I say, oh, it's not nice. But what that sting is, you're overfeeding.
It does mean that. Yeah.
Overfeed. That's it. And anybody that says, oh, you got mice, there's something wrong with you, guess what? If you don't have mice, there's something wrong with you.
You can say it the other way. Yeah. I don't.
Words of wisdom from Loft Manager Richard. Anyway, good debate.
It's one of those things. You know what? You can debate it all until the cows come home. You ask Calvin Shee, he'll tell you. Remember 2 years ago, we the big 100. Calvin, we were talking there, and we said, oh shit, the mice are coming out. And we call them dancing mice in our loft that year. They were coming out heavy. He said, oh, you can't do nothing with mice. You can't do nothing. You ask Calvin Shee. 400-mile young bird race, 11 hours on the wing. We were 10 minutes out ahead of everyone. You know what? We got Lucky Mouse. Oh, hey, that's why Walt Disney, look how much money Walt Disney made on Mickey Mouse.
Anyway, good debate. Way to make a relatively boring trainer be a little bit more exciting. John, I'm still your friend. I hope you're my friend as well. No hard feelings. I'm going to think a little differently about mice now.
We all like them.
Okay. So, what are we doing here? What are we making? What's for dinner?
Well, we got some special chicken here that I'm gonna cook, and then look at that. We got reindeer Jello.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Jello. Just saying.
You're not?
Reminds me of like the hospital, like when you're sick. Anyway. If anybody has any questions, comments, or complaints, we're going to wrap this up in a couple minutes. I think Ryan wants to sit down maybe and have a chat with you guys. If anybody is interested, we're going to wait for him for his camera to readjust. Or you can just listen to me. By the way, guys, Pickford pot, $2,040 in the pot for this weekend's race number 2, Dunchurch. Get your picks in at fipa.ca. Still lots of birds to pick from, lots of shares to be had. Spread the wealth. Ryan, your camera's not working. I will show
All right, hold on. I'm trying to get it adjusted.
Release location for this coming weekend. Dunchurch, Ontario, 188 kilometers or 117 miles. Race number 2. I don't think you're working.
Hold on. I'm trying to get reconnected.
Okay.
A little bit.
As we wait
Don't
for
work on the
Ryan
first time you push her. You
to
gotta get her
reconnect.
clicking.
Also, guys, to let you guys
It's
know, our Pioneer Money Bands will be available for purchase starting September 1st. The only way next year you can fly in the Pioneer Club is if you have the Pioneer Money Bands. No flying fees, no shipping limits. $125 makes you a member. And you just have to buy your band, your money bands. And that's it. There you are, Ryan. All right, let's get back
There I
to
am.
the comments. Oh, we got lots of tips and tricks on how to get rid of mice. John Willis, 1 cup flour, 1 cup plaster of Paris, and 1 tablespoon of water, and mix and form little balls. Place in the container for mice. They will eat it and head for water. The plaster of Paris will harden in their stomach and kill them. Wow.
Okay, that's a good one. Guys, you can try that one. I have it. I don't have time for that one, but that's a good one. I like that idea.
Mandy says you can do a live trap with pails if needed, safe for felines that live there. Mandy says, thank you for another informative show. You are welcome. I think before Dad got his army of little cats there, you did do the live trap thing. And I mean, could you ever get rid of them? Ever?
Well, where we had the feed, like, is where we sell feed. Uh, we had rat tack put out. We had what's the stuff? The antifreeze we put out, and we had pails that we made with a bar and a can on it that spins, and we put peanut butter on it. I can remember sometimes you'd look down in the pail, there'd be 70 mice. Some days you'd look 10 mice, some days 2 mice, like 3 days no mice, then you get another whole herd of them again. But
I mean,
we found the best way really was getting the cats. The cats. We stopped putting all that stuff out.
yeah, once Dad got the 2 cats, it seemed to just do away with the mice issue. But then you're going to get guys that say, oh my God, you have cats? Like, that's horrible. They're the Antichrist. Like, they're really not. John says, and you're a good sport, John. Thank you. You guys are doing a good job. Just don't end up with mice in your walls, then you will have a problem. Oh, hell yeah. I worry about
Hey,
that. I worry about that in my own house, John. Every fall when I see the odd little mouse, I don't even think it's a mouse, it's probably a mole. I'm like, oh my God, burn it down because they're infested. They're going to be sleeping with me. I freak the F
well,
right out.
well, I'll tell you because we have our clubhouse here in our store in our garage. So we have sample stuff. And last winter, before we got the cats, at one point we could hear in our ceiling. You could hear the mice in the ceiling. You could hear them running. We got the cats. All of a sudden, you didn't hear it anymore. But before those cats came, we also had somebody come in for that because that fire across the thing. They did something in our house that killed everything in your house, and they
Right.
sprayed this stuff in. And it smelled in our house about 3 or 4 days after that, like rotting. The mice died, right? So we got
Well,
no more
where?
mice in here now.
Ew, really?
Yeah, they're up. They'll be up in the ceilings, dead. They'll just be little bones now.
Man, I'm glad I don't live there. Just saying. That's
There's
gross.
mice in your house.
I
There's
know.
mice in
I
everyone's
know.
house.
I know. There's mice everywhere. I know.
You know, it's funny. In the new pickup truck we got, the right on the motor there, the chickmunk was putting nuts on the motor.
Oh yeah, I find them in my flower pots. I
Yeah,
find them
it's
in my
like,
front door wreath. I find half-eaten peanut butter sandwiches on I have a wreath on my front door, and it's the little chipmunks or the squirrels that I guess they like get them out of the garbage and then they go and bury them. And I'm just like, what in the hell is this? Anyway, weird. Wayne, nice to
it's one.
see you on, Wayne. Wayne Bodwine
It's,
is in the house. Nice to see you.
it's one of those things, Leah. I mean, think about it. What would Walt Disney have done without mice?
Yeah, I don't really know. I haven't really thought
We
about it, but I think this evening I'm probably gonna have nightmares now about mice. Thanks, John.
here just have a weed gummy and let the mice come to you. They'll be dancing.
Well, the weird thing is I'm petrified of mice, but if I see a little chipmunk, I'm just like, oh, look, that's so cute. Let me give it a nut. Meanwhile, they look pretty similar, but I'm petrified of mice. I don't know.
A little bigger and a little furrier.
I have to talk to my shrink about that, I guess. Anyway, moving on. Good trainer today, a little boring, but John made it exciting. We have how many in the clock? Let's check. 39 in the clock. How many went up? 40?
41. I don't know what
41.
two we're missing.
We're missing 2. If you want me to check, I can certainly do that because I got all the time in the world. Let's check. if I can see. Questions, comments, complaints before we wrap this up? Tomorrow we're going back to the Rock.
I think so.
Back
I
to the
think the
Rock
Rock is a good
tomorrow.
spot.
Yeah, I think so too. They did it well today.
Yeah.
So let me see who is missing. Shall we? Glenn Thornley, mice in the filter vents in car thinking you're getting clean air. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think if we really thought about the things we inhale and eat and put in our mouth and touch, we probably would walk around with hazmat suits and just only drink water. I try not to
Look
think
at
about
me.
it.
Look at me, Leah.
Lovely. Mike Sheridan thinks all are home. I'm checking right now. Sorry, my internet is slow and sometimes it takes a while until I. Yes, you're right. Mike Sheridan knows the deal. All
Hey,
birds are home from today's trainer. This is the part of the show that I can't stand because I get the hate mail for. Here we go.
why? What's the hate mail?
Tracy, I use the bucket of death method for rodent control, but it's not for the weak stomach people. Tracy, I would not have guessed anything less that you would use the bucket of death method. I don't know what that is. It sounds frightening, and I don't want to know.
Never say you don't want to know. Say you're curious. Say you're curious.
I'm sure it's probably the same thing that is the thing that Dad had, that contraption in the garage that I never wanted to go near with the peanut
Oh
butter
yeah,
and the wheel.
the magic bucket.
Yeah, the bucket with the wheel, the peanut butter wheel of death.
Yeah, that's. I'm gonna have a real refreshing beverage for all of you, and I want you to try it yourselves today. I want you to get yourself some Hendrick gin, some pink lemonade, lots of
That's
ice, and just let the good times roll.
it's very gender fluid of you, Ryan. That's a very gender fluid drink you're drinking there.
It's for the mice.
It's for the mouse. This one's for John and the mice. Anyway,
No, you know what? You know what I will have to say. We talked about that issue, right? In a perfect world, we everything's perfect, right? Like everything's got to be perfect, and that's the beauty of our show. We show you how reality life is. There's no such thing as perfection. From cleaning a loft right out to this to that, training them perfectly, training them non-perfectly, feeding them perfectly, all these little things. But at least you can all see the mouse. You can see how the training went. You can see how night training goes. See how training goes in the ring. See how loft flying is. See. That is what makes that mouse today super important.
and you know what else? I think it's also good to show
Here, Ma.
new people or maybe people who are might be interested in getting involved in the sport, getting their own loft and getting their own birds and flying a season of young birds. I think that this show is great to show them really the lengths that you have to go through and the highs and the lows that you go through before you even get to your first race. I think some people go into this sport thinking, oh, I just get a couple pigeons. I put them in a little shed in my backyard. I feed them good. I put them in a basket. We race and it's a fun time. And I think that maybe then people get into it and then they're like, oh my God, what have I gotten into? That's not what it is if you want to be competitive.
That's right, and these are the things. And I also like to show people. Um, I think it's good to show people how you can work birds in different conditions. You know, you looked at yesterday's trainer way late into the day. Fired good. Did they all fire? No. Are they always going to all fire? No. But the birds should fire. Today, turn around, put them into 40-degree temperatures, 90 to 100-degree temperatures. You know, you don't always have to listen to people and say, well, if you don't train them at 6 o'clock in the morning, you can't work them. I don't go for that.
I don't know.
There's a reason. There's a reason why I like to bring them up into the different conditions. I like to condition them for it. Condition for everything. Put them on a truck and leave them in a basket for 2 or 3 days. Feed them and water them in there. Get them conditioned. Get them seasoned to it. Get it to be no problem for them. Been there, done that.
Rita says, I think, in my opinion only, that it was great to hear from a new listener from abroad. Everyone has different opinions and concerns, so I'm actually happy to hear from John. I am not
Yep.
I'm not knocking John or anybody else that wants to come and they see something and they don't like something and they want to address it. I have no problem with that. I have no problem. But don't expect to put a comment and for not have Ryan or myself respond to or react to or want to engage in a conversation about the comment that was just made. This is an open forum. It's been an open forum from day one where you can express your opinions and your views and your concerns and your criticisms and your comments. But it's both ways, right? So if you want to say you got mice in your loft, salmonella, birds might be sick, then I think that it's absolutely fair for either Ryan, myself, or loft manager Richard to be able to respond to that. That's all. So yes, I appreciate the comments. At least I know he took the time out of his day, which I'm sure John has a very busy day and that does a lot of things in his life during his day, and he took the time out of his day to make a comment on our page. And to me, that means that we're doing our job because I've never seen John before. So he found us somewhere, and I appreciate his comment. I do. All of your
Yeah,
comments. I do.
that's right. Hey, no, that's right. You know, again, if I go to, and you will never hear anything different from me. If I come to your place and I look and you're feeding your birds and you're on fire or you're not having a good year, you are having a good year, and the birds, there's a little mouth, there's something there. That won't bother. That's something like that's not gonna. It's not gonna affect me.
No, it doesn't. Do sometimes we react a little bit fiery?
Eh,
Sure, because
Yep.
we're protective over what we do as well, and we think we try and put our best foot forward and really make it great for you guys and show you guys, the birds are in great health and great care.
Yeah.
And yeah, that if I it's like you come to my house for dinner and you see a mouse and you're like, "Oh my God, Leah, look, there's a mouse." I'd be mortified.
You
Be
know,
mortified.
I'll tell you. I go to guys' places, local guys, and they tell me they scrape their lofts. I go, oh, I scrape them. I scrape them. Yeah, I scrape them. Well, what do you mean? You scrape them? Yeah, I scrape them. I go in, the floor is wet. Well, I scrape them every 4 days, and then they got feed on the floor mixed in with the shit, right? And wet shit. Hold on, and they go and they take the scraper and they scrape it up, and the floor is wet shit stains everywhere. And I see that, and I look to myself and I go, boy, I would have rather seen that much dry litter or that much dry litter, no feed on the floor, and 150 mice running. Remember, pigeons live in the wild, right? Pigeons and mice, they already live together.
The circle of
One
life.
of those things. So it's
It's
a
one of
circle
those
of
things.
life. Look at the damn movie Green Mile. I mean, that was a movie, but the guy played with the mouse, right? Mr. Jenkins.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if you went in the loft and there were 300 mice crawling on the backs of our pigeons, you would
Yeah.
probably assess that and be
Yeah.
like, okay,
Yeah.
I think we might have a mouse problem
No,
here.
no, no, no. You know what? I agree. It's almost like what John said. I can agree and I disagree. For a show, you don't want to show a mouse. It's probably like, yeah, even in a 5-star Michelin restaurant, if the guy goes outside the back for a smoke for 20 minutes and he leaves the door open this much, you couldn't get a mouse come in. That's just how quick they are.
Oh my God, you
Cute,
don't even need a
cute,
door
cute.
open that much, Ryan. They crawl
Oh, I
through
know.
little,
Where your finger goes. If your
yes.
finger goes in, okay, get a load of this one. You know our trailer where we hold the feed? We had a guy show up. He picked up feed. We left the trailer open for about an hour and a half. We went then and closed it. The next morning, we opened the door. A chipmunk ran out, ripped the hole right through one of the bags. He stayed in there all night. So in that hour that we had opened that door, what happened? A little bastard went in.
I bet you that was the best night of that little chipmunk's life.
Oh yeah, and then guess what? We had a guy come and said, well, hey, look, this bag's got a hole in it, eh? The guy goes, well, you got to give me a discount on the feed. I said, well, that's my last bag. I'm not giving you a discount on that. I'm going to feed that myself. It's got a hole in it. Well, come on, the chipmunk probably pissed on it. I said, well, chipmunk piss is high in, it's not like a steroid. It's like a steroid. I said, chipmunk piss is good for them. I'll take that for my own feed. I had one guy say all the feed he gets, he washes it.
What?
He washes
So
it.
so wait a minute. He buys a bag of feed from a feed store, takes it home, and tells his wife or his significant other or his children, hang on, I'm going to put this in the washing machine and put her on cycle one.
Now, I got to ask you a question because we were in the garbage business, correct, Leah?
Yes, we were.
And you knew a lot of garbage guys, and garbage guys, they look grubby, right? You know what I mean. They were clean guys, but they looked grubby, didn't they?
Well, I don't know.
You know what I'm
Some.
saying? You know guys, yeah, you know some of the guys had the long, scraggly hair,
Well,
but
some
they
of
were
them.
nice
That
guys.
was
Right?
few and far between. Come on now.
But you know the guys. You know what I'm talking about. All the guys in general. They were in the garbage every day, right?
Right?
Transfer stations, the dumps every day.
Sure.
How many of those guys did you ever see with colds and never came into work because they were sick?
Very few.
Because a garbage man never has time to wash his hands because you would never not wash your hands. Your hands would be washed every 5 minutes.
Right.
Bacterias and shit like that, it actually helps you.
It does.
But you got to be okay with it. You got to be okay with it.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
I get people that come over, and maybe this is a fault. I'll make a drink. This drink. I take it out. Let's say George came over. George, you want one? No, I'm not feeling one. Hey, you know what? George, try this, my new drink. Take it. Take a sip. He has a big sip. Right, that was good. Yeah, give me my drink back. Then I have my drink. But I don't worry. And I find with pigeons and pigeon flyers, the weather's not right. The sky's not right. The loft's not right. The feed's not right. The pigeons aren't right. The problem is, it's you. You're not right. You want perfection in an unperfect world. Am I right? I think I'm right.
I would agree. I mean,
Look, hold
I'm
on.
not. I'm
Look.
not saying
Look.
was chicken
What do
on
you
the
see?
counter. Chicken on the counter.
Chicken on the counter. Here's something for you. You don't take chicken out of a fridge. You got to bring it up to room temperature. The chicken's been sitting out there all day. Well, it's full of bacteria. Oh, it's full of bacteria. No, it's not. I'm going to cook it at 900 degrees for 4 minutes. It'll be all gone.
I mean, I'm not saying go through life being ignorant, thinking nothing can ever happen to you. I just think that we're kind of living in a world now where we all just want to be wrapped in plastic wrap, including our dogs and our cats and our pigeons and our children and our lives. And I just don't know if you can go through life being wrapped in plastic wrap. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Not that it means anything.
Once you wrap up in plastic wrap, you lose all the strength and all the fight. And it's about this race. You know, I had somebody today say, well, how many did you lose so far? Right? He dropped the clock off. He said, well, how many did you lose so far this year? Well, first of all, you follow every day. So don't ask me that fucking ignorant question because you know the answer. But you want to hear Daddy say it. I don't know. I lost 175 birds. Oh, geez, right? It's not, I didn't lose 175 birds. You got to find the birds that can withstand this season's punishment, the weathers, the quality of the birds that come in, the luck of the health, the scares of the hawk, the luck of the training, the luck. It all has to come and work together. But you know what? I could have cried like a bitch and said, Leah, give the people back their money. I'm not flying these birds this year. They're garbage. Couldn't I
Yep.
have?
We actually had somebody ask us 2 or 3 weeks ago when we had the last mass exodus, like what's the buy-in program now gonna be for next year? Because figured we were gonna take our bat and our ball and walk away because we had lost percentage and just say, well, we give up. Oh no, oh no, no, no.
They, they never flew with me. I need only one pigeon to fly. And that's the truth. And if I can install one thing into new flyers, you're never going to become a flyer until you get your ass beat so bad, so many times that you say, I'm starting to have fun just finishing. You know what I mean?
Yes. I'm happy.
Isn't it?
I'm happy every time one comes home on my team, or if Karen comes home. You sure, would I like to be first, second, third, win money? Of course I would. But she came home, and to me, I'm happy with that.
And the same guy that asked me the question, he goes, "Well, did you pick any pick birds?" And Leah, it's funny. I got a guy like Rodrigo Rokaloff. He asked me today, and I should know, but I don't go on our auction site, and I don't go in our race site for looking at pick birds. I don't do any of it.
No, you don't.
And I said, "Well, you just got to check out." And the guy said, "Well, don't you pick birds?" And I says, buddy, I pick every race. I don't need to pick a pick bird because I expect every bird on the drop. That's how I'm setting them up.
And that's how it
That's
should
how
be.
I'm look. That's how
That's
I'm.
what.
Well, and then I said, well, but my sister, she has a bird in the race. Well, he goes, well, do you think that's a conflict of interest? I go, no. I said, I hope my sister loses her bird. I don't pull any strings for nobody. And I said, you know what? She won one of the sprint races. That was great. She was on a high. We went to the first race, and she sure shittily crapped the bed. And I said
Absolutely.
that, but I said my sister is my partner in this, but my sister also is enjoying flying a pigeon of her own. She went and bought the pigeon. I had no. If I would have told her to buy a pigeon, I would have said buy Curtis because I know Curtis. I know that bloodline. But she went on her own little road and she bought Karen from Klaus, and it was a nice bird. But at no point did I say to my sister, "Go and buy Klaus. Go and buy Karen." And that's
Not at
her
all.
bird, and she's in it. She's in it to, she made it to the next race two.
And I did it because not only did I want to support, but I also wanted to experience what you guys experience. I wanted to see what it's like. I've never on my own entered a one loft ever. And I wanted to experience it and see the highs, the lows, how you guys feel, how I feel about loft manager Ryan at the end of the day at a bad toss after I know that I just invested $750 on Karen or however much money I spent.
And
I,
and, and
I
you know,
wanted to experience it like you guys. That's why I did it.
and I will say, last week when the pick birds came up, I didn't know this until end of the week. Leah goes, all the pots at 1680 or 1400 or 1500, whatever it was. I said, oh yeah, and oh yeah. She goes, I got all 5 shares of Karen.
I
Actually,
did.
she goes, I got four. I got 4 shares of Karen. I go, well, why didn't you buy the 5th share of Karen? I got it for Klaus's wife, and I thought, oh, okay. So she invested $125 in Karen. Fun fact: Karen crapped the bed real bad.
Last
This
week,
week,
yes, yes.
this week, what'd you buy in Karen, Leah?
I bought
I
one
bought one
share.
share. I
One
bought one
share.
share. I gotta keep a bit of love into Karen. Gotta keep a bit of love. No, but and we're talking about. Someone says to me, "Are you running a fair race?" I said, "No. If you don't think I run a fair race, just get your fucking bird and get out, because I don't need you. I am not here in this life. I'm going to look in the mirror every day and brush my teeth and have too many drinks and say I was fair and honest. And you know what's great? If at the end of this I can get my sister to enjoy flying pigeons, where she says maybe next year, hey Ryan, do you want to go in this race together and let's put in a team? That's great. Not in this race, in some other race. She'll say, oh, I watched this race somewhere and they're really doing good. Do you want to go in it together? That's great.
And if anybody had ever known me before this, before I got involved in this, you would never in a million trillion years expect that I would buy a bird or participate in this. You just wouldn't. So
And
you
if you think
you
if
you
you
have
think
brought
I'm
me
if
on.
you think
You got
yeah,
another flyer, me.
if you think I'm she's lying on that, there's somebody on our show named Kristen Marshman. You can ask her
Oh yeah.
about what Leah and Pigeons 10 years ago. What that was about.
Absolutely. Ask Kristen Marshman, and she will tell you. Kristen knows me quite well from many years ago, and she will tell you not one iota ounce of interest at all. They scared me. I was like, get them away from
Hey,
me. I don't want nothing to do with them.
can I ask you a question, Leah? About 8 years ago, I ran the trifecta. 10 years ago now. I did that pretty much by myself.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
Do you see how dangerous that was for everything?
Oh yeah. I don't even know why you even attempted that.
Yeah, no, but because it's so much work, and the hill is so steep, and
And I think that's why with the one loss, the other one loss, I think maybe we're a little hard on them or we voice our opinions on them. I really do kind of, in a way, feel bad for them because they are in this so like it's what we're doing times 5 million. And maybe there's just at some point where they're just like, yeah, I just give, not that I give up, but I don't even know how you manage that effectively. And that's why I just think the pigeons are the ones in the end that suffer because I just don't
I,
know how you can effectively run that kind of a, I don't know. That's just my
I,
opinion.
I, I will tell you the races that are around.
Okay.
Quite a few of them. Quite a few of these races that are around. You guys have to understand the gentleman that runs the race. They make the money. They win the race every year. It's a guaranteed fact. Okay, you take in 1,000 birds at $100 a bird, you made 100,000, and you do that over about a 6 month period. The trick is, and I'm going to give you the trick. You keep as many of them living as long as you can. Keep the training to a minimal. Take them out only on nice days. And by the jingle, whatever you do, you don't do videos or nothing. You don't invite anyone to come with you to the release points, and you make your races in the middle of the week. And your final race, you botch it no matter what. So you get as many birds home as possible. That's the trick to it. That's the simple trick. I would enter, if there is ever a one-loft race that does what we do, I will enter with 10 pigeons regardless of the price. I will enter the Dutch Touch, I will enter the Salem, and I will enter the Niagara. Oh, and the Golden Prairie. I won't enter the
Oh,
Golden Prairie
no,
because that
no.
son of a bitch uses spray paint, spray shit on the pigeons. And you want to know what? Man, it's getting dumb. Sorry.
That I'm sorry, but that I just have to do it because when I heard that that was happening, I was like, you have got to be kidding me right now. That's a big,
Well, he's doing it. He's doing it for the Hawks.
oh
He's
my
doing it for the
God.
Hawks. Hey, listen, Dummyo, Alex, you, you. When the hawk gets a little bit more hungry, my friend, he just hunts a little harder. That's it. But please, when I give you a pigeon with good feather quality and you use whatever type of pigeon paint or whatever the shit is you use, I just say right then and there, in the middle of the race series, if I'd have seen that and I'm leading average speed, send me my bird back. Why? Well, because you showed me something.
I just couldn't, I can't believe it.
Yeah. And his name's Alex. And he's selling these pigeon products now. It's unbelievable.
What do you guys feel about spray painting racing pigeons' wings to keep
Bodies, necks, the
bodies,
whole damn thing.
necks, the whole thing? What do you guys think about doing that?
And
Uh,
by the way, I've been everywhere in Europe. I ain't never seen that fucking bullshit before.
Excuse our language, kids.
No, I like good feather quality. If I wanted a painted horse, I'd send you a painted horse, wouldn't I? And you know what? It's like V&V Loft. He nicked the V's in the bird's wings of his own birds, right? The
Right?
bird he sent for auction, he didn't nick the wings because he was competing against that bird, wasn't he? Right?
Yes, yes, he was.
Right. Hold on. Now, if Alex from Golden Prairie, I'm going to call it Golden Pond because it's bullshit. Golden Pond sends me birds with spray paint on them. Well, they're spray painted. That's your problem. And I'll tell everybody you did this. I would show everybody. This is his technique. But
It's embarrassing.
if anybody sends you a pigeon, and Alex, I'm giving you a free tip on this one. Okay? Don't spray paint your pigeons. Because it's very insulting.
I'm embarrassed for him, truly. David says spray painting pigeons is idiotic. It's not gonna be effective. It's ridiculous. Are you not racing these pigeons? What are you doing?
And
What
then
is he
and then
doing?
you give me and then I love guys. I think all message boards should be taken away. I think the owners of these one lots should get on the camera once a week at minimum and answer to their customers. By the way, all you people that are watching right now, you have a favorite sports team: football, hockey, baseball. At the end of every game, the coach will normally talk, the general manager will normally talk, and they pick a few players to talk. Vice versa, it can go this way, that way. Maybe sometimes the general manager doesn't, the coach does, sometimes both. Once a week. Once a week. The professional athletes, they do it almost every day or every time they go out. Our one loft race, the guys that make, and we could say a guy like, I can use Jim Ward, right? 3,000 birds, he made 300,000. He's going to make almost $500,000 this year. The message board, that's fucking bullshit. Because Leah, I'm going to ask you a question.
Oh God.
If you ask Silvio Macaccioni
Mm-hmm.
to write an article about me,
Yeah.
and you read the article about me,
Right.
and then you talk to me here on the camera, will it be the same person you read about in the article?
No.
Why is that?
Because an article or what somebody else writes about you or what somebody else writes is their interpretation put on paper. What I say is seeing is believing. It's like seeing an actor on TV and then you meet them in person and they're completely not what they are portrayed to be. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. To me, it's just different. I think the message boards, whatever. Who's got time to read anyway, first of all? Second of all, I've read some of them and it's just like, I don't even know what I'm reading. It's a bunch of word salad that I'm not even quite sure at the end of the day what I've just read. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Well, wait a
That's
minute.
just
Are
me.
you
That's
ready?
just me.
Are you ready? Here it is. Ready? Watch this. Birds are loft flying good. Flying for 45 minutes to an hour and a half. Really looking good. Coming in, they look shiny. We're going to start training next week. We're going to go 3 kilometers, 6 kilometers, 10 miles, 15 miles, 25 miles. They're really coming good. Hopefully, I can get all the information forms mailed out to you, and everything keeps going good. Next week could be a little bit of a holdover because of extreme heat coming in, and I got to go to a wedding on Saturday. Keep in touch. Thanks for reading. Birds are great. Bye. It didn't say I got goddamn respiratory problems. Sons of a bitches, they don't want to trap. I got 16 lazy ones that don't want to fly. By the way, next week's going to be 114 degrees, but I got to get my birds ready because you want to know why? I got to go to battle against everybody else. So, hey, guys, I hope you sent me pigeons with a bit of sandpaper. No,
Oh,
they don't say that.
and P.S. We have 2 mice.
That's it. Now that is a defining moment. And that's why we are the best one-loft pigeon race in the world. Fuck it. We are. It's very quite simple. And I'm going to say that I'm the best. That I have the best staff. I got the best trip downs, the best fallovers. I got reality, man. And I got real people with real personalities. And I got people that work with me that aren't afraid to be real, to be a bitch, to be stupid, to be happy, to be an up, to be a down. That is so fucking rare. It's rarity.
In this world, yes, it is.
It is. The new race. I've seen my Gaddis, you know, the 9-race series in Africa. Guys, it's not too. He looked like the Pope. Wait, hold on.
God, oh
Mom, could you
God.
get some? Could you get some flour on my hair? I got to get white hair. Ready? Watch this, guys. I got 10 paired up. I'm a spokesperson for Africa series. It's a 9-race series. The race isn't until September 2022. Not too late. Pair your birds up. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thanks, guys. By the way, he's showing you 10 pair that are worth probably $4 million. Remember, he showed you 10 pair individual breeding pens. Watch how many he sends. But that's okay. I'm not knocking that. That race has got to go 9 weeks of flying in a one-loft race series. Let's see them go 9 Saturdays in a row. I will bet my life. I'll let somebody shoot me on it. They won't go 9 weeks in a row. That's pigeon racing. All the races are bullshit.
Anyway,
Leah, did you figure out where I'm going next season?
no, I haven't figured it out yet. If anybody wants to take Ryan on, and he is happy to come to your town or village or city and have a one loft race and feature wherever you're from and your club. Nice. All right. On that note, we'll wrap this up. I gotta make dinner.
No. There's no more questions?
No, I think everybody's just kind of with their mouths open in shocked silence. Like, I cannot believe this guy just shoots his mouth off constantly. Well, we are what you
But
get. It is
wait a
what you,
minute.
it is what it is. Face value, guys.
There's only one pigeon man I'm afraid to fly against. Do you want me to answer that today?
I'm sure it's loft manager Richard.
Nope.
Oh,
I
all right.
got him beat.
Oh, all right.
The
Who?
guy that I'm most worried about is John Timmerman in California. That's him. That's the one. That's my Dale Earnhardt of pigeon flying.
Well, there you go. So if you guys know
That's
who he
it.
is or check out his race in California.
Any other one-off race, put me right beside them. We'll go head to head. 8 to 10 to 12 weeks of racing. Daddy's going to come out on top.
Ooh, that's a challenge.
Yeah, I challenge. You find me a backer and a supporter. Anywhere in the world. I don't care if it's water, land, sea. I don't care if I got to go over the pyramid. It don't matter.
Maybe Golden Prairies wants to take you up on that one.
God, land's cheap there. I might just have to buy myself a spot and drop myself about a mile away from his loft. Can we get somebody from DuPont Paints? I want pink. No. It's the truth, though. That's the only guy I know that can fly a one-loft pigeon to the max of their capabilities. None of them, nobody else has shown me nothing.
This is tough. This has been a tough
Oh,
year. I'm telling you, last
Well,
year,
hey,
last
you
year
thought I was
was,
good last year.
I feel like
You
last
did.
year was not as, I mean, I know we struggled at the beginning with the sickness, you know, and the losses with the sickness, but I feel like after that it was relatively smooth sailing. And this year it's been reversed.
Oh,
This year,
we hit a
this
different
season,
bag, right?
it was super health and like no issues with health, but man, training and this has been a bitch to me in my mind.
Well,
It's been tough.
I mean, and this is the question you ask yourself: do you want healthy pigeons that you lose in training, or do you want sick pigeons that you don't know what you're going to lose, but the ones you get left, do it in training? But the only thing we haven't had, Leah, is sick pigeons lost in training. That could be season 3.
Well, that might be next year. Sign up for that. The fun continues. No, you don't
No, but
know. But this is another thing that I've learned. I guess every year is different. You get a different batch, you get a different group. You have to adjust accordingly based on what you have to work with. And I think that's what Ryan and I have talked about. Like this is the hand we've been dealt, and
you
we
know,
have to appreciate those that are still here and work within the constraints of what we have. This is it is what it is, and we just have to go with it to the best of our ability. And I think that's how we've approached race one and everything since the huge like mass exodus that we've had during training. Because what else are you
you
gonna
know,
do?
well, we've talked about it. Do you train them one day and then skip 2, train them on the third day, and instead of giving them 25 or 30 tosses, you give them 15? But what my problem is when I look at that, I look at other races that do that, and I just see the wobble and the bang. But then you have to think about it. Do I care? I mean, the question you got to ask is, do I care what the birds really do, or do I care about my money? Because if I was caring about my money, I would have trained these birds on only every nice day, which would have been every third day. I would have had them out at a decent time, and I would have been all sunshine and rainbows. And Leah, you would have had 170 birds going to race 2 now, because actually you'd have 170 birds going to race 1 this weekend, because last weekend I would have canceled it as well.
Well, sure.
And we
But
would
this
be
that's
making hand over fist. We'd be making millions. Right now, we could be living with Prince and Michael Jackson and Elvis.
well, yeah, they're dead, but that's not really a great analogy on that one. But well, you're right. And no, we weren't, no, because that's not reality. This is my question. Let's just say this wasn't a one loft and this was just Ryan racing his birds in the combine. And he started with 226 birds and he goes into race one and he's got 50 left. If this was you not a one loft and your actual team, would you stop? Would you say, "Oh, F it. I only got 50 left. I give up." That's the
Oh,
question.
I just said I found the ones that here that want to play with me. That would have been the first thing I would have said. Last night, I know there's people watching that show last night and saying I was idiotic and nuts. Correct?
Yes. Oh, they say that normally anyway, but yes.
You can ask my dad. You can ask Bob Bodden on Facebook. You can ask Tony Elvis. That's how I train pigeons. I train differently. I train differently than pretty much anybody you're ever going to know. I do things a bit different. I like to take them into the dark. I like to push them in the heat. I like to push them in a headwind. I like to push them in hard east wind. I don't, you know what? I took away me being the judge and let Mother Nature and Mr. Basket work as a team. When I fly 400 miles in a young bird race in the last week of September and we get an Indian summer, and what does that mean? It's a hot September day when the winds are hard out of the south. And she's like today. The birds go onto the wing for 10, 12 hours. By that time of the year, they're coming into the dark. I need the bird to feel comfortable, to come into that dark. As the light closes, the bird can figure it out. I watched I watched a gentleman, Ulrich Lemons from Belgium. I did an auction with him, Leah and myself, Feathers Elite.
Our
Our
first
first
one
auction ever.
ever,
Yeah.
ever.
The man is playing in the marathon series of flying. He had his pigeons loft flying almost in the pitch dark of night. He was doing that to get them. Oh, it's okay. The darkness is okay. We can handle this. We've done it. Build the confidence up.
You want to see a taskmaster? Check out Ulrich Lemons. He don't fool around, man. That guy.
No, you know what?
I
If he
seen
says
he nutted a bird right at my mother's kitchen table. He got no fear. He got no feeling. He just yeah.
right at the dinner table, there's about 6 of us there at the dinner table. Bird come in. He didn't like it. Bang, gone.
Right during dinner. Mike Vandriak, did I miss a good show last night? No, last night was just a trainer. They're a little bit late coming back, a little bit into the dark, but no, you missed a Monday night show. We did the family show. We talked about eyes. So, Mike, every family show now, we're going to do a race recap, show the winning birds, and we're going to talk about the eye sign of each bird. So, tune in for that because I know you're a big eye sign guy. WW, I applaud you two. Don't applaud us. We don't. Thank you, but we're just stumbling our way through this here.
No, but applaud is it's reality, and not one race. Go on Win Companion. That's America's big site, and not one of those races will really give you real. They will not give it to you real.
I think
They
we
won't.
do. I think we do real like to a fault. Is there a
Yeah.
thing such as too real? Maybe we're too real for people. I don't know.
No,
Maybe
but
there's like a
but
balance between like reality and just raw. I think we're more raw. We're just like it is what this is it. This is us. This is
yeah.
how we do it. We're a little rough around the edges. I don't know. Maybe. I think people are looking for something in a little box wrapped up with a pretty bow, and we're not that. And pigeon racing, if you've ever really done it for any extended time, is not that either.
And that's why when I'll take a big name in the States there, Ado. He's talking about how good these races are in the US and how good this is and how good that is. And I think, what's good? Could you tell me what's good? Could you give me a real definition of what's good? Because I know he won't bring his birds here because his birds, the candy ass birds he has, won't do it.
Well,
And he'll
I don't
watch
know.
it. He'll watch it. He'll watch it, and he'll say that's crazy, and this is crazy, and that's crazy, and this is crazy. I'm looking for the guy that wants to win, however it has to. Like Leah, I thought about it. We need to have a 100-mile race with only 2 hours of daylight to do it in.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not talking crazy talk, but what
No,
what I
turning
think I'm
serious.
also learning on this journey and dealing with pigeon men and women and fanciers and do I want to be liked or do I want to make a difference? And I think that's the question that I kind of keep asking myself. It's like, do I want to be liked by these people or do I want to make a difference in this sport? When I set out to do this with Ryan, I wanted to make a difference. I saw the struggles that my father went through, my brother went through with combines and politics and bullshit and this and that. And I said to myself, there's got to be a better way to do this here. And I'm getting to
But
the
then
point now where at the beginning, I wanted to be liked by everyone and, I want them to like me and you always want to fit in. But as I get more and more into this and I relate to the pigeons and I start to have a feeling for the pigeons and what they do and what they go through, I now think to myself, do I really care anymore? I don't. I want to make a difference. So you don't like us, you don't like us. We're here to make a difference for the sport. We're here to promote the sport. We're here to get new people involved, which I believe that we have done. in our short time that we've been doing this. And you might not like our approach or how we come at it. We might be a little bit too raw for you, but we're not a pretty little package wrapped up in a bow. This is real life.
Yeah, and the thing is let's take us out of the equation and look where pigeon racing in North America is now.
And can we do better?
Sure. Listen, do these people think here that I lost 175 pigeons? Do you think that I'm okay with it?
Of course you're not
Do
okay
you
with it.
think that every day when I go to bed and I wake up, that's the first thing that comes to my brain? What am I going to do next year to not have this? And maybe it's not in my brain, it's in their brain. Because at that point, there's a part that these pigeons have to do something, right? Hey, Leah, we had 10 or 12 pigeons that didn't come home last night, right? They were there this morning.
Correct.
There we go. 3 weeks ago, we let them out with 4 hours to go. Did they come home? No. Did they come home the next day? No. It took them 4 days, and we got 10 pigeons home, 15 pigeons.
But that just brings you right back to the old question. Is it the pigeons or is it the handler?
Well,
And
and this
and
is what
I
I've
and
always
this is the
said.
great debate. Is it the 226 pigeons that we took in, or is it your fault?
Yeah, and what I've always said is maybe right from the word go, it should just be a 25 mile, a 50 mile, a 75 mile, a 100 mile, a couple of each in training and make payouts all the way. Because once I take the birds down the road and you see them loft line, when you're loft line for an hour and you're rambling and you're doing whatever and you're cooing and you're feeling good, when I take you down the road, what can I do at this point? Okay, 12 o'clock noon in the heat, 7 o'clock in the morning with everybody else. Which way do you want it? Am I right?
Yes.
Right. Am I right? Both ways is shit. Ask Robert Rohde. I let mine out at 7 o'clock in the morning. I lost 30 on one toss. Okay. I lost 40 on one toss or 50 on one toss. I let them out at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. What's the difference?
Would you say that since we had the mass loss, not the mass loss, but a few bad trainers, let's put it that way, have you adjusted your training, your feeding, your approach coming into racing season because of the losses? Have you eased back on the gas a bit, or have you just said F it, full throttle, they got to pick it up, we're left with what we're left with?
Did you see today's training flight?
Yes.
Birds like First went. Birds like Caleb went. Are there birds in that loft that I could be honest with you? If it was my own loft, yeah, there are some there. They're ready to go. Do I do that? I was paid to keep them perch feed till the end of the season, and there you go. At the end of the season, it's your bird to do what you want with it. A bird like Wayne Gretzky, bird like Phoenix, a bird like with the blown out wing, right? Birds like Ripple, birds like Old Yeller. What am I? In my loft, they wouldn't be here. They're gone. They're finished. They're out of here. Thanks for flying with me. But I feel guilty because why? I've taken your perch fee and I'm going to give you your show.
Tracy wants to know what mom's making for dinner.
We are doing a risotto. We're doing some barbecued chicken. We've got reindeer corn jello.
This is just how we would talk even if we weren't on camera, guys. So we're just kind of like letting you into kind of
Right.
what most days our conversations at some point get into, which is
Right.
talking about what's going on with the race and what are we going to do going forward and how do we address this and how do we address that. So we're just inviting you into this just to see maybe what you guys' input is. Um, Joseph, yes, I will contact you after I'm on the show for sure. Oh, Mike was handling all the birds at the Mask Island testing station. How are they, Mike? Let us know. Neil cooked up a Trinidad
My my
barbecue. Sounds fun.
my question.
Yes.
Sorry, Mike. I'm going to now bake the cake my way. You were there. You spent all day there. You made a nice barbecue, and the birds handled great. Where's the show? You want to know why? I gave birds that Neil can keep. Neil can keep them. Give me a damn show, man. Give me an electronic clock. Give me a show. That
I think they were
that's how
taking
birds are.
photos.
No. I need a little bit more. Why can't we go more?
I
You know
guess
how
it.
the birds handled? You know how the birds handled? Like shit. Why do I say that? Because show me. Don't tell me. Show me.
On that note.
Yeah. And I'm not against Neil, and I'm not against Mike. I'm with everybody. But you guys watch our show and you enjoy the shit. Could you give me a little bit of the same shit back? Am I wrong? Am I not allowed to ask that?
Maybe it's a thing people aren't comfortable on camera. I mean, literally, you could be on the toilet and be like, okay, I'll film myself. I don't care. Like, because you're just so used to it.
No.
Keep in mind, guys,
No.
he was not this way like 3 years ago. It took everything for me to try to get him to go on camera to just say Merry Christmas to our clients. So the fact that we are at this stage now, 3 years later, is mind blowing to me. But
Listen.
anyway,
Listen. All you gotta do is stand in front of the camera and say, hi. I'm from the Island Paradise Loft. These are the 50 birds. Band number 16842. Band number 44164.
I think because people just don't feel it's necessary. There's at this stage in the game, obviously, because there's so many other one-lofts, combines, clubs, I can go on, that just do not feel that there's an importance in doing videos or going live or showing. I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure. I can't speak for others. We just do what we do and do the best that we can do. And that's it.
I guess, but I don't know. I'm still very, very disappointed in it.
Mike missed the last 5 minutes. His mom called. Don't worry about it, Mike. Ryan was just wondering. He was looking for the video from, or looking to see some footage from your trip over to Neil's. That's all.
Yeah, no, I can say it again. It doesn't bother me. You guys went there and you did the photos and whatever you did. Where's the videos of the birds? I want to see the birds in real time. I want you to go through them and grade them and rate them and I sign them and judge them. And how was your training flight with them? What clocking system are you using? Simple.
He took a
I
few
give.
photos. He took a few pics, no video. Well, I mean, uh,
Pick it
maybe
up.
maybe some people
Pick it.
don't see the
No,
value in it. All I know is social
no,
media,
no. But
Facebook, Instagram,
we're on my
YouTube.
show.
It's a
We're on
free
my
tool.
show, and they're gonna rip and tear me apart. Not Mike and not Neil, but everyone else. I give birds to somebody, and I say you can keep them at the end of the season. I want you to show me what they're at and where they're at. I don't want word salad. I don't want photos. I can get that at the Salem with Bernie Bernard and whatever the hell else they're doing. Rick Fife, I can get it with birds that don't law fly and whatever. to walk around in an aviary, I can get it. And the Dutch touch, he's ignorant. He don't do shit anyways. So I give him birds up there. What do I get out of it? I'm the customer now, right? I got 4 birds with $15 bands on each. What am I getting out of it? The truth hurts, eh? And I'm not against anybody. I'm just saying I want to see something.
That's what you get.
No, am I going back? I don't know.
It's
Fuck.
okay.
We're not
picking on it.
Show me the birds and show me the birds and lose them, and I'll come back. Don't show me, I ain't going back.
Yeah, Neil's still trying to work out what to do about clocking.
Benzing was the clock you're supposed to use. You wanted to keep 60 pigeons from people. Okay? $100 a pigeon is how much? 60 times 100 is how much, Leah? 6,000 bucks.
Right.
Right. So hell with it. He only got 40 birds, let's say. That's 4,000 bucks. Go and buy yourself a Benzing M3 with the trade in 1,800 or 1,900 and change. Give the people that gave you the birds a chance to see what you're doing with them because you're doing good things with them. I believe you are. I don't believe you're a shithead. But you know what? Keep my birds, cut the rings off, don't race them. Keep them for stock. I'm not interested. I'm not.
We're just trying to lighten things up a bit here.
Another event I went to that you know what I got? I didn't get 150%. Am I wrong for saying that?
I think we're not supposed to say it on a public forum because it's like we're not promoting or we're not.
I am promoting. I want Neil to do better. I don't think he's a bad guy, but you got to give me more. You got to be willing to win. You got to be willing to lose, correct?
Well, I definitely know about losing. Yep.
Well, you don't lose. You don't win until you lose. And that's the truth. I expected Mike went up there. Mike watches our show. Hey, let's do a Facebook show and show these birds. I expected it.
Well,
I expected it.
we have to just focus. You know what? We have to focus on what we're doing and not what everybody else is doing. And it's easy to get lost up in like what other people are doing and whatever, but that's why I stopped following any of the other one lofts because I don't even want to see it. I don't want to know. I don't care. You fill me in here, there, and everywhere, but I'm just like I need to put my focus on the Pioneer and the Pioneer one loft and the Pioneer birds, and not on what Johnny and Billy and the other ones doing. I don't care.
Well,
I'm not interested.
My question is, can I enter birds into my own race?
Scott Reed, what the hell is he going on about tonight? Seems like an angry wee boy who's lost his ball. Oh boy.
Yes, I've lost my ball. I like that one. Nope, I haven't lost my ball. Not at all. You have to go back and watch the rest of the show. I'm not upset about anything. I'm upset at races that don't give me their best.
I'm not either.
And I'm just asking if I could put birds into my own race because at least I know I could race against guys that I want to race against. I'd love to race against Ian Sybil and Rick Fife and Guido Madrusin and Klaus Petzel and Carlos Textera and all those guys. I love to race against them. But any race you go to around here, you don't see anything. I am taking my ball and I'm going home, and I'm a crybaby, Scott. I am. I'm the biggest crybaby of all. Leah, Mom, do you have a tissue? I could use one. Fuck. I can't have an opinion. Oh no, I have to dance around everything. Oh, it was great. It was great. It was great. You trained him 200 miles. They took him to 160 mile first race. Yeah, it was great.
No, that's
Fucking
not great.
bullshit.
That's
Fucking
disgusting.
bullshit.
Yeah,
No, no,
that's
but that's called
disgusting.
taking your ball and whining. Well, taking your ball and crying or whining or bitching or moaning. Yeah. Actually, again, all those one lot races, all three of them. Come on, when do you want to play? Let me know. This is the crybaby saying any one of yous I'll play against you anytime you want. Midweek, after the race, before the race, the same day as shipping. Come on.
On
Give
that
me
note,
48 hours notice.
on that note, this went
Yeah,
from
the mice.
a fast trainer to mice to
No.
we've been everywhere, man. Isn't that the song Johnny Cash? I've been everywhere, man.
But
This, I
how
laughed, I
am
cried.
I
It
the
was better than
whiner?
cats.
How am I
No,
the whiner on this?
well,
I
I
think
think
Scott was plunking me.
I think he just he just chimed in, and it probably every time Scott chimes in, we're probably ranting about something, and he's probably like, "Is that all these people ever do is just rant and rave?" No, we really don't, but occasionally we have our moments where we like to chat with you all about what we're feeling and what we're thinking and what's on our mind to see maybe we're completely out to lunch and maybe everybody thinks everything's great, but I don't know. Anyway,
Well, I
maybe
know.
this isn't the time or
I.
place.
But when is my time or place? When is the right time? Is it? You know what? And this is the thing. We've got so used to keeping our mouths shut that
Yes.
we can't say the Salem one lot race is really shit.
I think opinions are always valuable.
No, it's
Maybe it's
shit.
just in the approach, in your opinion. I'm not sure.
Right. Well, it's
I
not
do think
run.
that I do think people just shut their mouths, and I think that there's so much nitter nattering amongst everybody that they're really not shutting their mouths. They're
And
just nitter
by the way,
nattering amongst everybody.
of all the one lot races, mine's the worst of them all. Is I will push them till they explode. That's the real truth.
In a safe manner.
Yeah, I push them till they're done. I push them until we're gonna find the right ones, and that's that. But all the other races, I can name them all. Not interested. Take my
Scott says,
money.
"No, no, Leah, ranting is fine and honest. I love your show." Oh, thanks, Scott.
No, I didn't think Scott was being like that. I like that though because Ricky always says, "Take your ball and bat and go home." That was
Yes,
a
he does.
Rickyism.
And he
He
also
does. That's why that way it hit me.
he calls you crybaby sometimes too, so that hit him a little bit below the belt there, but daddy issues. Loft manager Richard issues. We'll call them that.
That's how he gets to get under my skin.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
no, this is a good show, and I'm not knocking Neil. I think what Neil's trying to do is good. I think Neil has to pick it up quite a bit. Pick it up. That's it. I'm being a friend. If he was at my place, I'd tell him pick it up. Rick
we love
Fife, he said, "Oh, I had to pick it up because you guys are picking it up." I'm going to say still, Rick, pick it up. Pick it up. What's hard to
not
pick
every
it up?
listen, not everybody's cut out for this, right? We know ourselves. This is tough. It's tough opening yourself up to the world. It is tough. And some people are like, F it, I'm not signed up for that. Forget it. Why? I don't have to. Because I can keep doing what I'm doing, which is not doing what we're doing, and people keep coming. So why would they? And that's what I said to you a few weeks ago. Why are we even doing this? Like nobody else does it, and they still get people coming season after season by the droves, by the thousands.
Well,
What are
yeah.
we
I mean,
doing here?
you think about it. I go on camera to get picked on, ridiculed, laughed at, when literally I could take all your birds in, not show you anything, give you 3 pictures a month. Leah, you're a great writer. The word salad you could put out would be tremendous. And I could have a Mickey Mouse race season.
Yeah, but that's not what we agreed to when we started this journey. We did this as a point to promote this sport and get people involved with your crazy personality and dad's and what goes on here. And if it can get some people in that would never in a million years think about pigeon racing or even think about a pigeon to get involved. People say, oh, maybe that's gimmicky. Is it working? It's working.
I think it's a good idea.
Sign me up for
I'm
another season.
I'm willing
I'm
to stay
ready.
on for next season.
Get me some Prozac and I'm good to go. If anybody has some connections, let me know. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Rita says, my little view is this. If you look for the good in people or pigeons, you will find it. If you look for the negative, you will also find it. Absolutely. Why not look for the good? Absolutely. The problem is, it's not all good, and I don't think that there's anything wrong with expressing the bad points or saying our opinion on the bad points of racing or one-offs or this system. It's not all sunshine and rainbows, Rita. It's not. And if you're in this long enough, you're going to see that there is a there is the good, the bad, and the ugly in this sport. And we try and open the eyes to all aspects
Yeah,
because this
that's
is our
right.
life. This is reality. This is what we live day in and day out. And we're trying to share a part of our lives with you guys. Maybe too much, maybe to a fault, maybe to a fault. Maybe we should just keep it feeding, training, and nothing personal or nothing. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe that's our fault because we feel like, they are our family, or part of the family, part of the village, where we feel we can express ourselves on this forum. And maybe we shouldn't be doing that. From a business aspect, I know it has hurt us more than it has helped us sometimes, right?
Sorry about that, Leah. Just you know what it gets when the earbuds go to.
So
Okay.
Scott has a suggestion, or he has a comment here.
Mm-hmm.
He says, your major problem, guys, too many training tosses and exposure every day, several times a day, burnout by the viewers. My opinion, folks. So we're on too much? Is that what he's saying? Or that's why we lost the pigeons? What is he talking about? That's what I'm not sure. If he's talking about too many training tosses or we're on too much. Maybe we're on too much. Maybe they're sick of us. I'm sick of me. So I would get that maybe somebody would be.
I could do this once a week.
This is sort of like ventilation session once a week. We have
Train
like
train
we have the
train
family show and then we have the ventilation session.
train too much. Everyone trains differently. Train too much. You don't ask Lionel Messi how hard he trained when he was 13 years old, 10 years old, 12 years old, 15 years old. If the coach told him to run through the desert, he'd run through the desert. Train too much, on too much. I could go. You know what, Leah? The next 8 weeks, just put the results up. I'm happy.
Well, sure. I mean, how many times do you go on because you feel like it's something that you want to share with people, whether it's the 5 people that watch or the 50 people that watch or whatever, and you don't feel like doing it. You're tired, you're fed up, it's late, but you feel the need to show your customers, your participants, what's going on. You feel guilty, do you not? If you miss a day, do you not feel guilty? How many days have we
You
missed where we
know,
haven't filmed? Maybe two days out of this
you
whole
know,
6 month season?
you get back to race one. Troy showed up to put the birds through. I made sure. I didn't make sure, but I always make sure when I go to the race, I almost feel like I have the best feeling birds in that basket. That man went through every bird, and he said, "Boy, these birds are on another level." I'm still auditioning for people. Does that
Well,
make
sure.
sense?
Yes, it does. Scott thinks maybe 3 times a week it's overexposure. And that's fine. If we, but there's others out there who enjoy the shows, they enjoy the camaraderie takes place here on these shows, not just with Ryan and the birds, but we've built a little family, a little community where people like to chat back and forth. And there's people who miss it, and I'm not going to take that away from them. I feel that there's people who enjoy to watch every day, 4 times a day. I'm sure if we had 24 hours a day, there'd be people who would enjoy to watch, right? And I don't want to take that away from those people. So, Scott, I hear you completely. Overexposure, I get you. And if we irritate you more, you can only handle 3 days a week. I get that. You can just tune in 3 days a week. We have races on Saturdays normally if the weather's good. What else do we do? We have the family show on Mondays, which is pretty much always a good time. What's the third one that he could tune into? Shipping night on Friday if you want to watch. Perfect. We have something for everybody here. Rita says, I enjoy every day of the shows because I learn something new every day. Well, we hope. We hope. Soup Loop says we should introduce a new character. Yeah, we don't really have anybody. He said Owen should do a cameo. Well, you never know. You never know.
We haven't seen him too often.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Owen. Mike says the sport of pigeon racing needs help, but not too many can handle the truth or even want to hear the truth. Yeah, the truth is painful. I know it. It hurts. Rodrigo, well, Ryan, he's doing the way he thinks is best for the pigeon. And yes, sucks when you don't see your pigeon no more. Is the way it's people. You don't like it, don't send. The end. And you just never know, right? I mean, unfortunately, losing pigeons, whether it's to sickness or racing or training or whatever, that's part of the deal. And you have to really understand that when you sign that check over or you put that pigeon in the box or you drop that pigeon off at whatever one loft race that you're signing up to. You might as well just kiss that money away. It's like don't ever lend somebody money. Like don't lend somebody money. Just what's the saying? Something like if you don't have it to give, or like if you don't lend money out if you expect to get it back. So it's kind of same thing with entering pigeons in one loft races. You're entrusting that handler to do it, right? I mean, it's a gamble. It's a gamble.
Hey,
It's a gamble.
if I would have trained 225 miles before the first race, I'd have 160 or 180 birds here.
Well, sure.
But that doesn't mean I have what does that say? I wouldn't have those 160 birds at the last race.
Tracy and Swoop Loop and the Team USA, they're going to make their way up to the Pioneer Village. I think you should rent one of those, what do you call those? Winnebagos. And I think you should vlog the entire journey. And we'll do it live on the Pioneer page. We can follow your journey up to the village from the
especially when you
US
cross the
of A.
border.
Yeah, especially when you're at the border. We'd love to see that. David says, I love the shows. I've flown for 34 years and I'm still learning further from your shows. Well, that's awesome. Well, I hope you're learning the right things and not the bad things, like on race day, how to start drinking vodka at 9 a.m.
Well, that was a fun one.
It was a fun one.
I want to thank everybody today that tuned in. I want to thank the birds. They fired real quick today, which was real good. I want to really thank the mice. I think they really took us to the next level. I want to thank the ventilation. Boy, we vented.
Yeah, thanks for listening to us vent. And thanks for those of you who post your critiques, comments, questions, criticisms. Criticisms are great because they fire us up. If we're like having a kind of blasé day and we come on and people like rip us a new one, we love it because like, yeah, I get that blood pressure going. It is what it is, folks. This is Pigeon Racing Raw. Ryan and myself and Loft Manager Richard. So we hope you enjoy it. We hope you enjoy the pigeons. They're the stars of the show. Not Ryan, not myself, not Loft Manager Richard, right? We're just the vessel. So we do our best. How's the armpit there? Is it that one?
Yeah, it looks okay now. It still has a funny little bit of a smell.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. On that note,
Yeah,
good trainer today.
today.
Tomorrow we're going to go back up to the rock. There is how much? $2,040 in the Pickbird pot for this weekend's upcoming race. Great pot. Lots of birds still left to pick from.
There's lots. Get going. If we hit 3,000, I'll throw in $200 extra.
Ooh. Challenge accepted. Oh, goodness. Scott. Hey, no criticism, just observation. Scott, you're my friend too. We like you. And John and the mice. Rodrigo says, smell funky.
Why does everyone feel the need to apologize?
Yeah, don't apologize.
Okay.
It's all good.
You know what? I love The Big Bang Theory. I love it. I can watch 2 episodes. I can watch 3. But by the time I'm done the 4th one, I can't take it no more. But if I watch 1 episode a night, I'm happy. It's the same thing. I'm not going to be for everyone every day of the week because pretty much I'm an asshole. Leah's, her voice gets irritating. And Loft Manager Richard, he can drive the shit out of literally anyone. So take us as much as you can. Remember, promote, pass along, keep positive, and remember, as Loft Manager Richard says, all pigeons are rats with wings.
Oh, God. Today's words of wisdom from Loft Manager Richard. I'm Leah, signing off from the control center. Ryan, sign off from the village.
I'm Ryan from the village. I'm going to go cook some chicken. And I'm going to go see how Stuart and Mickey and Cool Whip's doing. Thanks for flying with us, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh, I might be on tonight for a little bit of snorting with the birds.
Not the white kind.
Oh no! For the respiratory.
So Scott, don't tune in for that because we don't want to give you Ryan overload. But Ryan might be back tonight with snorting with the pigeons. Tune in for that. It'll be fun. I have to go make dinner, so don't call me right after this, Ryan, okay?
All right. Thanks for talking to me. Thanks for talking to you guys. Guys, eat your dinner. Remember, cook your chicken a little rare. It tastes a bit better. A little bit of blood won't hurt you. Salmonella is good. Helps flush out the system. Remember, 3-ply is what you want to use.